Hey, sorry for not getting back to you guys in a while. I was busy relighting all of my torches and campfires. Let's address your comments from my Campfire Burnout video. This commenter says, when I'm in a horrible opinion competition and my opponent is Rudametkin. Well, darn, I lost. This commenter says, you lost me at torches should burn out. Why? Does your attention span end at magical forever torches? Are you repulsed by the idea of responsibly managing resources, such as light? Thanks for commenting. This commenter says, Minecraft YouTubers would complain about the air in the sky being too abundant if they were told real life was a game. Let's try it, then let's try it. Go ahead and tell me real life is a game. We'll see if I fulfill your prophecy. This commenter says, I feel obligated to comment because YouTube recommended me a video with 40 views. Awesome. I'm going to reply to you. They said, this video is so unintentionally funny because every 20 seconds you'll bring up an extremely negative balance change idea for the game, but it's presented in the most casual way possible, like we should require a flint and steel for fire starting, or torches should burn out, or we should make cow breeding difficult. Man, these all sound like really good ideas. A wise man once said, first become a beast, then tone it back and be kind to people. I paraphrased that, but the point goes, if you only have timid kindness in you, then you lack a backbone to stand up for yourself when attacked. When you try to defend yourself, it might come out frustrated and weak. So the idea is to be a beast first, be able to aggressively take down the destructive ideas that attack you, the people that attack you, and then tone back your aggression and sharpness, and to be kind and helpful. You have to be a man before you can be a gentleman, is along those lines. Be smooth, I apply this to Minecraft. It should be a brutal game first, then sprinkled with things here and there to give you rewards and bonuses and the different little processes you perform in the game. Farming wheat takes a very long time. It's very brutal to do it, but maybe if you have some bone meal, you can make it a little bit easier. Things like that. I propose this is how you game design a survival game, especially for a hardcore survival mode. Now, look at this comment. I am proposing to fix the fundamentals of Minecraft, to build up the foundation so we can have a solid survival adventure game in survival mode. And this comment, along with perhaps most in the comment section, perceive it as a joke. It refers to my rebalancing ideas as negative balance changes. Yes, this is the point. Negative as in harder. The game is too easy. It has too many positives. Minecraft Steve is stuck in fairyland, and I feel bad for him. All of the supporters are fighting for a Candyland Minecraft, and they most often use circus clown reasoning to defend it. And I'm not saying this commenter here is. Let's see. No, they're not necessarily doing that here. But, yeah, I mean, it's like, here in the world of Minecraft, your happy torches and campfires burn forever. You put away that big scary fire starting tool. You won't need that here. Our magical land uses fairy dust to light your fires for you. And don't listen to those odd people who fight for a negative rebalance in our super duper fun positivity world. They're just fools. Hey, look, a mushroom. Let's go grab our bowls and milk it infinitely for endless super duper soup fun. You said, I looked at some of your other posts and I think you just don't want to play vanilla survival Minecraft. Correct, yes. This goes along with my point. Current vanilla survival Minecraft is a joke with potential to be a powerhouse of a survival adventure game. It brands itself as a survival game of adventures, but delivers more of a toy box for kids to play with. Minecraft will always have a place in my heart, sure, but it's not respectable as an adventure game, according to my standards and the standards of many others. You said I've played with Absolute Darkness and Torch going out stuff and mod packs before, and it's just not fun for 99% of worlds or players because when you load those mods, you're asking for a completely different experience than the casual sandblocks that survival Minecraft acts like at a base level. And I've had fun with those types of mods, but specifically when I'm seeking out for an experience tailored to difficult survival mechanics. Okay, well, how do you know it's 99%? Are you just pulling those numbers from the villager chest that you spawned right next to? Because they spawn so often. Look, those players can play easy mode or creative. You know, they can have their fun. But it's time Minecraft grows up to gain some depth, to honor its survival title, especially for hardcore mode. So much can be accomplished in the right direction if Mojang just starts by changing some values in the source code. Make enemies harder, health regenerates slower over the course of days, trees grow slower over the course of a Minecraft year. These things will demand respect. Players will have to take lumber seriously. You know, even something as simple as lumber. It's like, hey, if I chop this tree, that's pretty meaningful because I won't get it back for another year. I better start planting now. Or, hey, I don't want to go outside. Those spiders can outrun me. I ain't Master Chief. I'm just a guy who spawned in this world with nothing. I better stay in my cabin until it's morning again so I could go search for some iron. But then I can't even do that because caves are pitch black. And I haven't seen any iron in the surfaces. I first need to process more charcoal to get light so I can light up the caves to even find the iron. In Minecraft, we should be humbled by the brutal world around us. But instead, what do the majority of people here want? It seems that they want to be gods of their own world. They want more power, less time responsibly managing resources, more time obtaining their pixelated diamond bling. They can't have enough, can they? It seems some of their short attention spans cannot stand the idea of relighting a fire. I play survival mode in a game where fires light themselves and last forever. I play survival mode in a game where fires light themselves and last forever. And I ridicule the people who disapprove of this. When you talk about it ruining Minecraft, this commenter says, you're referring to something as little as campfires are infinite food, when food doesn't matter that much in the long run anyways. Well, I don't refer to campfires as food. I refer to campfires, I refer to it as campfires being an infinite source of cooking the food. And I imagine you meant this, but you did summarize my position as campfires are infinite food, and that is not so. Campfires lead to infinite food, but they're not food. Anyway, you say food doesn't matter that much in the long run, so that would mean food has little meaning. But we have an entire mechanic in the game that constantly demands food from the player, or else it brings death. So food is a matter of life and death. So life and death doesn't matter that much in a survival game? Or what do you mean? Perhaps you should rethink your position. And it's not just you, man. It's really many people. I mean, many people could benefit from rethinking their positions on this matter here. You said there are other games that has food gathering and processing be a more integral, in-depth mechanic. Minecraft is just not trying to be like that. Yes, this is the problem. Minecraft calls itself survival and gives us some Barbie doll Candyland version of survival. Minecraft, the Ronald McDonald version of survival. Don't worry about surviving, kid. We've got that taken care of for you. Here, have another McDiamond. And hey, remember, if you ever find a dungeon, just block yourself off as you place torches on the spawner. Once you light it up, turn it into a mob grinder. You'll get infinite resources forever. Please stay. We're giving you all the power and loot your heart can desire. I mean, look, you can't even walk for 5 minutes without hitting 2 villages full of loot. You can steal without any repercussions. I make fires stay lit forever for you. What more do you want? It's like Mojang is saying this to their community. It's trying to act as a sandbox that the majority of people can play and have fun in their own way. Okay, notice. This comment reduces Minecraft to a casual experience. How about hardcore survival mode? Is that supposed to be casual too? And then they say, this video is more of a stance of how do we turn Minecraft into an in-depth survival experience, but presented as something that should affect all players. Yeah, it's a survival game. Players who don't want in-depth survival experiences can play peaceful mode or creative, or maybe easy mode, or a classic survival mode with casual gameplay. And they said, many people absolutely despite these changes. I think they meant to say despise. That's okay. These aren't new suggestions, including those who have tried them in mods before. Well, great. Many people can play creative mode, or they can suck it up and light their fires. I mean, what? Do they want the game to put a binky in their mouth, too? Minecraft Baby Edition. Thanks for your comments. I like you. I just ran your comment through my comment grinder, just like many of you run your mobs through your mob grinders. You do it for infinite loot. I do it for the betterment of the Minecraft community, and thus Minecraft. This commenter replied to that comment. I agree and disagree. I think it's not unreasonable to want things like that. But you're right that OP just doesn't want to play Minecraft, vanilla Minecraft. I mean, neither do I, but it's the whole reason I play with mods, and it made me have fun the few times I play vanilla, because I don't expect that out of it. At the same time, complaining about campfires does sound kind of crazy. Fair take, but expressing dissatisfaction about campfires can be a totally rational thing to do. This commenter said, OP can make another video when they play through hardcore RL Craft. That's a mod making Minecraft more realistic. Maybe I will check this out and do that. Thanks. This commenter says, sounds like you want to overcomplicate what doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Well, having a fire that doesn't burn forever is overcomplicated? Or what? Man, sounds like you want oversimplification where there needs to be more complication. This commenter says, this is just wanting realism for the sake of realism. Man, this comment should be burned in a campfire. It is obviously not simply just wanting realism for the sake of realism. It is wanting depth in the game by enriching in-game mechanics, inspired by realism. To say it is wanting realism for the sake of realism takes the heart out of my idea, and does not give it justice. Nobody's using campfires outside of maybe the very early game. So people are using campfires, so it is relevant to address it, okay? But also, how do you know these are the only people using the campfires? Did you stare into one of the infinite campfires long enough for it to spark the knowledge into you? Or are you perhaps just pulling this info from your nether base? Then you said furnaces are just better later on because you can smelt a bunch of items at once instead of 4 at a time. Okay. If you make this change, campfires become completely irrelevant. How? Irrelevant from what? I can just as easily say the opposite. If I make this change, campfires become completely irrelevant. Now what? Sir, modded Minecraft is 3 doors down to your left. I'm not in the modding building. I'm in the Mojang building. The modding building is on the other end of the lot. The door three doors down to the left is the Minecraft babies' cry room. They're all in there practicing for when their Minecraft campfires burn out. I completely agree. The reason Minecraft feels empty and boring these days is that everyone is just doing the speedrun, min-maxing style of gameplay where it's just mine tree, go to the nether, go to end, the end, kill the ender dragon, and then nothing else. Minecraft is not just a game meant for people to speedrun and forget about its beauty. I think the burning idea is very good. Maybe even spoilage of food and preservation. It doesn't matter that it's slower, it matters that it adds to the beauty of the game, because Minecraft is a sandbox game. I love this comment. Yes, food preservation would be totally awesome. It would open the door for so much more. If it weren't for time, I would read this comment in the video a second time over, so thank you. This has to be rage bait. Hey, in addition to the campfires burning out, Steve shouldn't be able to carry all that stone. He should be locked into carrying a single stack of stone, and a stack of 16 max at that. This is how you increase value of minecarts, not just making worlds deeper. Imagine having to build a minecart system over to your building site just because you're building a castle or a house. That would be pretty cool. Smokers ruin Minecraft. Cooking should encourage patience and time management. Okay, you said it. Have you forgotten about charcoal? Furnaces can also smelt infinite food. All you need is a single sapling. So whatever doesn't encourage exploration problem campfires have also applies to furnaces. Well, furnaces do not smelt infinite food as campfires do. By the way, smelt is more of a term for melting and fusing ores. For food, we can just use the term cooking from now on. Okay, it's time I teach you the Minecraft basics, which is, to be fair, old school knowledge that I have. So feel free to show me where I'm wrong if I'm wrong on this. But I'm fairly confident in it. A single sapling in a furnace can be used toward cooking a single item at best. A single charcoal can cook 8 items at best. There is no infinite cooking with these items as there is with the campfire. Plus, it requires work to locate and acquire saplings and to produce charcoal. Also, a sapling doesn't turn into charcoal without necessary work of processing lumber. While I think the whole process should be more in depth, it's definitely a process as opposed to an infinitely burning fire just waiting for you to put food on it to cook it for you forever. Thanks for your comment, but I think it's fake news. You must have got it from a villager. I'm sorry, but this is just a bad opinion. There are so many other ways to get infinite fuel while being more beneficial than a campfire. They are faster, include way more items, as well as making collecting experience, and the items way easier than the campfire. Implementing options apart from the campfire does not mean the campfire is not broken, and does not render critique against the campfire to be of bad opinion. Referring to other broken options just reveals that campfires are on the tip of the iceberg that damaged the Minecraft ship. So it's still a problem. It's a very strong, very healthy, very relevant, very rational opinion that I have. 2 words: infinite kelp farm. We have infinite kelp farm that completely eliminates the need for going anywhere for fuel, and they aren't even hard to make. Wow, great point. I totally forgot about kelp. Modern Minecraft is even more ruined than I previously thought. The funny thing is, with so many people commenting, this video might just blow up. According to my standards, it did blow up. Thanks for commenting and helping it blow up. And getting views won't make the opinions expressed in the video any less bad. So this person replied to that last comment. What makes the opinions bad? Don't be shy, tell us. Make your case, please. Consider doing the Minecraft community a favor and inform me so I stop spreading bad ideas. Or, do you have nothing? All these are pretty valid suggestions / criticisms. Cool, thanks. But when you try to apply those, you end up with better than wolves. What the heck? So, when I try to apply those ideas of mine, I end up with the better than wolves mod? I have so many questions. Does this happen when I apply my ideas effectively? Or do you propose that when I try, my execution is poor and then I end up with the better than wolves mod somehow? This is odd. How do you even know this? Did you end up deciphering that weird text in the credits of Minecraft and this is what it meant? And no one enjoys that, to be honest. How do you know no one enjoys it? Not even the creator of the mod enjoys it? Man, do you know why they created it? Do you suggest they're just miserable and create things they don't enjoy? Odd. I appreciate you being honest, I guess. I mean, are you sure you're being honest? Or are you perhaps being careless with your words? Or maybe just sarcastic? But if you're being sarcastic, then you're not being honest, aren't you? I suppose you probably mean this as a generalization, but generalizations are fallacies. Perhaps when you apply my ideas, many people enjoy them. Thanks for your comment. I think the blame on campfires is misdirected, as you can use a lava pool to cook an infinite amount of mobs with more efficiency. It's been in the game way longer. Great suggestion. It's also a huge problem, and yes, perhaps it's a bigger problem. Let's start by refusing to allow iron buckets to hold lava. How do you carry lava? Well, I guess you can't. If you do end up creating some kind of container to contain it, then mobs should run from you while you're holding lava near them, because, it's hot and it solves the overpowered cooking problem. And you should also take damage when holding lava, because it's hot and it makes moving lava into a little game. You'd have to strategize. This would also increase the value of fire-resistant potions. So, see, we're adding depth, and Minecraft is becoming more fun. We add limitations, and more things in-game are becoming connected. Strategy is created. Well, I suppose people can just cry more objections, such as the infamous, "Tedious! That's not Minecraft!" Well, the "that's not Minecraft" objection is a basic tenet of my point. It's not Minecraft. It should be. Anyway, thanks for commenting that. They're nice for builds. Yeah, that's awesome. I agree. They are very aesthetic and have value for building. Who has ever used a campfire? I have. Did you see the video? One of the things about this game is that nobody can make you use a campfire. Well, actually, the game does not prevent people from forcing me to use its functions, so that's kind of wrong. I mean, someone can physically force me to use the game's functions. The game's not going to stop them. But anyway, let's continue. So if it ruins your experience of the game, you can simply not use it. Well, I'm not just advocating to fix my experience here, though. I'm advocating to fix Minecraft itself. There's a difference. But also, the campfire being broken ruins my experience of the game, whether I use it or not, because I know of its broken existence. It takes away the immersion. Suppose Minecraft offered you a special little inventory square in your inventory, and whenever you have dirt, you can place the dirt into that inventory square, and it turns the dirt into a diamond. Would that ruin your experience? It kind of makes for a poor survival game, doesn't it? It discourages people from actually preparing and caving and mining for diamond, because it is offering the diamond right there. Dirt to diamond. It takes away the magic, doesn't it? But hey, who cares? You can just simply not use it. And now you might think the "just don't use it" argument doesn't really do this idea justice, and you would need to argue a little deeper in order to give it justice. You see, my point is like diamond. It is deep. Like diamond is deep underground. You just removed the surface dirt layer, not even getting close to shaking my diamond. You see, and you might say, well, those are two different ideas. Those are, it's not the same. But that's the point. I'm attacking the logic itself, the excuse itself. The excuse itself doesn't really work very well. It's pretty weak to say, well, you can simply not use it. It's like, well, it doesn't work in every case, does it? So, I'm saying it doesn't work in my case. It sort of sounds like you want everyone else to play the game in a way that you find appropriate. Well, not as a simple principle, no. As I implied, go ahead and let people have their infinite fires in easy mode or something. Along with what everyone else has said about how you just want a slightly different game to what Minecraft is intended to be. Might be worth looking for mods in other games, as others said. Well, I may agree with you here. Perhaps Minecraft is intended to have the hardcore survival tag while doing just about everything to survive for you. Thank you for commenting. And this goes out as a general message for everyone. If it seems like I'm trying to be overly harsh toward you or don't give your comment justice, just know that I have many comments to go through. And my aim here is to address your comments fairly while advocating for my idea as long as it stands up to scrutiny. So one of my flaws is not seeing the people behind the comments, because I often get so hyper-focused on the comments themselves. So I try to see you guys who are behind the comments and be fair in my discussion. I appreciate you all commenting, even if I joke that some of your comments do belong in a campfire. This commenter says, the issue with your suggestions here is that there are so many different playstyles in Minecraft. If you make campfires burn out, it will make builds that relying on the smoke particles difficult to achieve. I think if they wanted to implement your ideas of burnout on campfires and torches, If torches burn out, it would make the game unplayable for certain players. It should be its own separate game mode / difficulty. Perhaps an extremely hardcore game mode or an expert difficulty. This way it's toggleable for those who want it and those whose playstyle doesn't mesh with this extreme difficulty. Well, yes, the game is unplayable for some of us already, and this is solved with more option sliders, so everyone can be happy. I think it would be redundant to change to have to add game modes in order to have this done. It can surely be done, fine, but why not just make hardcore mode have these ideas? Or what I think would be the best solution for you, mod the game to get it to the difficulty of a survival game that you want it to be, which seems to be the common consensus in your comments section. Well, modding it is extremely inconvenient to me. Though I have been modding, I think the best Minecraft solution for me would just be to implement my core ideas into hardcore survival mode. Overall, I generally agree with your comment and appreciate you. This commenter says, I unironically respect your opinion. Thank you. But honestly, that's what mods are for. Well then, what's the base game development for? Minecraft is meant to be as simple as possible. If that is so, why do they keep complicating it with more features and items? Maybe we should tell someone at Mojang that Minecraft is meant to be as simple as possible. Even when Notch started, he made many complex survival games, and nobody liked them. Are you sure nobody liked them? Not even him? Now look, I do think I get the point you're after. The idea of keeping the base game simple and leaving complications to the mods. But the base game just isn't doing this. It's quite complicated in terms of items and options. Or perhaps you mean simple core mechanics. If that's the case, that's fine. But it could be argued that they are not keeping the core mechanics simple either. They added potions and enchantments and a sophisticated hunger mechanic, for crying out loud. Notch saw a game with an extremely simple concept, Infiniminer, and said, what if I make it simpler? And that's what made Minecraft's success. If you want something more complex, I suggest modding, as that's where true Minecraft creativity comes from. Or honestly, just a new game. Well, I wonder if is it really that Notch said, hey, what if I make Infiniminer simpler? Interesting. I mean, I figured, he intended to, like, put it in a different direction, but I didn't know it was just to make it simpler. Okay, I appreciate the trip down to memory lane on back when Notch worked on the game. I sure do miss those days. And I agree that modding is a big part in Minecraft's creativity. And there are other games that capture my ideas excellently. On a surface level, I agree in some way, but you need to take into account how many people actually use campfires. So I can't. Can you? I don't have the reliable stats of how many people actually use campfires, and I don't think even Mojang has them. But this isn't just focused on giving people a certain experience anyway. It's focused on the particular mechanics Minecraft is allowing and offering to its player base. I'm looking primarily at Minecraft there, not primarily at the people. Then you said, especially because they cannot be picked up is usually what kills them for me. The campfires, because when you pick up a campfire, it breaks into just like wood and sticks, and then you'd have to recraft it. When you start out, a lot of times you move around a lot. A campfire can't be moved. Well, this is fair. I mean, I guess it would be able to be moved with a silk touch pickaxe, but that's beside the point. Either way, it ultimately does not justify the infinite cooking issue. Well, thanks for your thoughtful comment. Bro really said... Okay, this looks like some of that Gen Alpha talk. I said a symbol? I suppose that is your way of saying I portrayed myself as a geek on the subject. At least I had articulated my thoughts with precise words. Nothing wrong with that. Thanks for your fun comment, Alpha Jenner. Hey, you are so real for this. I checked your other opinion videos, the Torches and the Darkness videos, and I agree with you. Minecraft has no depth in their world. Even in survival, the world is there to please the player. Yes, there are enemies that try to go after you, but that's all. Exploring caves in real life is challenging and risky, because caves are one of the most dangerous parts of the world. Wow. just opened an entire realm of cave dangers in my mind that could be added. The awesome caves we have now should have been added back in the original official release of the game. By now, we should be having caves that are as decked out and dynamic as the overworld is. Farming and getting food is also is a big challenge in real life. If Minecraft wanted to make a living, it could make trading with villagers. If Minecraft wanted to make a living world, it could make trading with villagers for food more worthwhile than farming and cooking if they wanted to make it more challenging. Yes, and trades should perhaps be expensive, like more expensive. I'm not versed in the current trade economy, but I have reason to believe it is geared too far towards the player's advantage. If you had to build a reputation and earn the right to trading and stuff like that, and if it was rare to find, then that is one thing. But easily getting away with stealing and trading from the villagers the moment you spawn into your world, that takes it too far. Okay, but the world of Minecraft is there to only serve the player and impact the player. The impact the player has on the world is immutable. You can terraform any place you want, any way you want, and it will forever stay like that. You can deforest a jungle and it will not happen anything bad. You can slaughter every animal you encounter, burn every village you see, and it will have zero impact. Minecraft Survival is a game about the fantasy of conquering a world with next to no difficulty. That's why they will never make the caves or the farming interesting, because they're afraid of making the player learn to coexist with the world instead of conquering it with ease. It's lame. Minecraft Survival is a game about the fantasy of conquering a world with next to no difficulty. That's why they will never make the caves or the farming interesting, because they are afraid of making the player learn to coexist with the world instead of conquering it with ease. It's lame. I love it when people articulate this issue with Minecraft in their own way. Yes, creative mode is conquering the world. Survival mode should be the world conquering you. If you are strong enough to end up victorious and battle-scarred in the end, you are among the few. Thank you. You're so real for this comment too. Yeah, I don't think anyone is out here being like, Campfire is the new meta. If you use a furnace, you're throwing away resources. So what? I don't agree with you on some of the finer points, but I would agree a flint and steel should be required, and the campfire burns out, but that can be relit with a flint and steel. Awesome! A player of culture! Thanks for your comment. You can cook on a campfire? Yes. Obvious parody. Of what? See, if I made an obvious parody, I should know what it is of, but I don't. So you tell me. It's a genuine opinion. I get where you're coming from, but I just don't think that Minecraft's design is focused enough on the survival elements to justify your changes. I think this is a fair point, but the design should be focused on it. We are talking about a game with, quote, hardcore survival mode. The meta way to play is more centered around dominating the world, not surviving in it. Well, then it should be called domination mode instead of survival mode. But it's called survival mode, so let's center it around surviving. You see, as long as it's called survival mode and hardcore survival mode, I can be here pushing for it. All I have to do is refer to their own labels when I get pushback on my ideas. The official Mojang labels. I'm in a solid position to be pushing these ideas, and I know it. And the campfire actually fits quite well into this progression system, because you go from the inefficient but cheap campfire to the more efficient yet expensive to operate furnaces to the peak efficiency super smelters. Well, this is fine. Let's keep it how it is for some of the modes. I don't have a problem with that. Let's make the game modes more dynamic, and even add a classic survival mode for the current core mechanics. Or I'd even settle for all of my ideas here to just be in hardcore mode. I'd be fine with that. I'd settle for that if that's how it had to be. Anyway, I don't want to come across as too negative, because you're just a small YouTube channel, or you're just a small channel sharing some inoffensive opinions on block game. If you like vanilla Minecraft as a survival game, then that's great, and you're totally valid in feeling that way. It's a versatile game after all. But I don't think that enough of the community feels the same way. I appreciate you. Thank you for your thoughtful comment. Very reasonable. This is why Minecraft is the most bought game. Even players who don't like the game buy it. I had this game back when it was in beta before being officially released. Awesome comment. I love it. Thanks for being here. Good shiz post. Are they talking about their own comment? Sounds like you want to be playing survival games. Yes, good things. Minecraft has a survival mode. There's mods for that. Yep, and there's also the base game. But people don't want to play Cooking Simulator. Well, that's their problem. Minecraft became Cooking Simulator when it simulated cooking in survival mode. I'm gonna touch you. Why? This is peak. Okay, thanks. Okay, hear me out, boy. This game is made for 12-year-olds and below and above. So, it was made for all-year-olds. Okay. Would they focus on 12-year-olds? Okay, that is actually quite believable. But keep that in mind. Mojang and or Microsoft need to make it playable for a brain with limited capability. 10 years ago, I would have just given up if it was too hard. Okay, fair enough. But also keep in mind, Mojang decided to introduce a hardcore play mode. Did they intend this mode for the 12-year-olds too? If so, why? They're hurting themselves by making the game too easy without offering stronger difficulty as an option. Also, why does Mojang keep the game simple for simple minds when they could be expanding minds with their expansive content? Ah, now there's an idea. My recommendation for you, take it as it is given to you. Mojang allowed mods to be created, so if you find yourself in a situation where you feel a lack of hardness in Minecraft, pick up something better, like Better Than Wolves or RLcraft. Well, thank you for your recommendation, Pops. Have a good one. Aye, Captain. Yes, sir. You too. Hear me out, boy. I love that. I didn't think about it. Well, that's all right. What do you think now? You're so right, bestie. Yep, thanks. See, guys? Even my bestie agrees. I have never seen so many bad takes within 3 minutes. You are playing Minecraft, not Escape from Tarkov. Ah, shoot. Guys, I screwed up. I thought this was all about Tarkov Escape. The game Escape from Tarkov. I seriously... This commenter just took everything I built here and mercilessly put it into the ground. I got roasted. I'm cooked. Bro cooked. He cooked me. I'm cooked. What's this? You can watch your campfire for 20 minutes while someone builds an infinite food farm. In that time. So yeah, keep telling yourself the campfire is too good. Dang. If only this guy wasn't here, I could still have a valid point. If only there could be multiple things wrong with the game, then my point would still be relevant. But obviously, as he points out, I mean, there's really only one thing that could be wrong with the game at a time, and this isn't it. You know, the campfire isn't the thing. This dude just ended my career, ended my whole career. How many subscribers do I have? Oh my gosh, I think I have. I think one left. Ah, shoot. Hold on, guys. This dude's ice-cold comment just caused all of my torches and campfires to burn out. I'll be right back. Okay, alright, I'm good. I got my fire back. Let's continue. Nobody is forcing you to use campfires. Well, how do you know this? Are you watching me? But no, that's a fair assumption. That's a fair thing to suppose. The whole point of Minecraft is about creativity and doing things the way you want. Oh, fantastic. So then the campfires will start to burn out. For me. Thanks, mysterious commenter. Is this satire? Well, don't cry, dang. I haven't even told you the answer yet. No. Okay, now you can cry if you want. Dude, what? Dude, where's my car? Great points. I hardly use craft campfires, so I didn't quite know their current capabilities. I forget what mod it is, but it had an effect where if you eat the same stuff in a row, it would weaken the replenishment gained. This is awesome. There are so many ways to encourage a well-rounded diet in the game. Like in Valheim, you're encouraged to eat a variety of foods because it gives you more health if all eaten at once. We can do this with Steve, or at least start by simply going a more hardcore route and discouraging mono diets by weakening the benefits gained from them over time. Um, it would be cool. It would be cool to see. Could this be a clever Cole reference? That's awesome. It would be cool to see something like that in the base game, or maybe a mechanic where, depending on how you cook your food, the quality of it changes. I get excited just thinking of the possibilities that Minecraft is ignoring. Could you imagine leaving food on the campfire or furnace too long, resulting in burnt food? Also, if there was more how to cook, if there was more to how cooked food is obtained, there would be more value added to Fire Aspect 1 and 2, as well as Flame enchantments. So, this dear subscriber of mine is a low-key genius. The idea he usually bounces off of my ideas often take my ideas to the next level, and he does it quick. He compliments me well, because usually when my mind is exploring one room, his is already in the other room telling me what he found in there. So I've been telling him we need to start a project together. So you guys please do me a favor and encourage him to start a project with me. Perhaps a Minecraft playthrough? Anyway, that's my bro. I also agree that torches should not be an infinite light source and believe that they ruin Minecraft. Yes! Players can torch spam their base and not worry about monsters at all. That ruins the entire point of a survival game, as players can sit all day and farm wheat without having to explore. They should make it so that if you want infinite light source, you at least need glowstone or redstone lamps or end rods. Everything else that emits light shouldn't be permanent without some added cost. I agree, and thank you for your reinforcement. I appreciate you. Now, these commenters replied to that comment. I could see this getting frustrating though. How often do you go into deep, long, and large caves getting tons of ores and diamonds? Imagine if your torches expired while you were in the cave. Getting lost and dying to mobs would cause me to stop playing the game. I feel like if Mojang were to add something like this, it should be a toggle that's default off. This person says, I agree. At that point, it would just be extremely tedious and annoying, and I can't imagine how horrible it would be if you had some type of mega structure or huge base. Well, how about torches lasting 7 Minecraft days, iron lanterns lasting 36 Minecraft days, and glowstone lanterns lasting indefinitely? This person says, yeah, but issue is that Minecraft isn't nearly as much of a survival game as a sandbox game. Well, there is a hardcore survival mode. Let's take advantage of that. At best, Minecraft serves to be a light introduction into those types of games. If you want to have that full experience, then just make a mod pack. Or advocate for Mojang to add it. Minecraft is not a survival game. Oh, hey, Minecraft has a hardcore survival mode. Maybe you haven't seen it. It is a sandbox game, and survival is the method of resource collection. Interesting. Where does the deadly hunger system come in? The sandbox part of the game? By no means should torches ever burn out. That actually ruins the creative integrity of the game. If you don't want to torch spam, don't. But avoiding the danger of the game is necessary for you to begin being creative. Look, I know you're cradling the sandbox part of Minecraft, but it is also a hardcore survival game. Thanks for commenting. Minecraft is more sandbox than survival at its core. That's what makes it so beloved. Perhaps it would be even more beloved if it had more depth in survival mode. People can play the game however they want. I do not play Minecraft to survive. I play Minecraft for building. I do not want to have to deal with mobs all the time, but I like the survival aspect of gathering materials and occasionally having to fight off monsters. The beautiful thing about Minecraft is that it can be played in many different ways. Yes, Let's make it even more dynamic by adding my ideas into hardcore survival mode. This is just not a problem that needs solving. Or this is a problem that needs solving. Need is contingent on something. Need in order for what? Minecraft needs this in order to be a solid survival game. But it doesn't need it in order for the world to continue, moving on. To begin, furnaces never become obsolete because campfires can only cook food, and none of the other integral items a furnace does, like glass, stone, and ores. Well, my argument was not that furnaces become simply obsolete. Overanalyzing aspects of Minecraft like this is proper analyzation, not overanalyzation. Perhaps you are giving underanalyzation. It is what forces Microsoft to stay continuously out of touch with what players really want. Oh, so I'm the reason Microsoft sucks. Okay, I and a few others here are players that really want this. Is this fair to say? So if we forced Microsoft to be in touch with this, it would be forcing Microsoft to stay in touch with what players really want. Don't forget we exist while you're talking to us. Nobody cares about the balancing of campfires versus furnaces. You're telling the guy who cares about the balancing. That is quite dense of you. Keep your mind working. Don't let it get closed off like that. You start saying silly things. Also, are you saying Mojang doesn't care about the balancing in their own game? This helps my point, so thank you for somewhat supporting my point. It's a problem that should be addressed. The straws you are grasping at are nearly invisible. Well, you're the one saying I'm grasping at straws, so you can refer to them as invisible if you want. I'm revealing a leak in the sinking ship that is Minecraft. Now I got a lot of mod suggestions too. There's a mod pack for this called Better Than Wolves. You'll have a blast. Thank you so much for your suggestion. I will check out that mod again. It's been years since I've looked into it. There's this little mod called Better Than Wolves. It'll solve all your problems. Also, I find this video kind of funny as it's the polar opposite of the beta YouTubers like Paladin Ryan, my beloved, and also Venom, I guess, that consider that the hunger system is a waste of time. Oh, that complain that the hunger system is a waste of time. Sorry guys, I'm getting tired. And the old system where you only needed to eat if you got damaged was way better. I love this because I am familiar with Venom. He had part in doing some serious research on X's old Minecraft world, on finding X's old Minecraft world from X's Adventures in Minecraft, which is awesome. I wish the hunger bar didn't give us health regeneration. We should have to resort to herbs from the woods and potions and, crafting other aids to heal up. But if I were to only have today's mechanic or the mechanic from beta, I would choose beta, food to heal. I liked it. I liked it more than what we have now. But I think we can take better advantage of what we have now. Thanks for the mod suggestion and resparking old memories. Average Terra Firma Craft fan. I guess I better check out Terra Firma Craft. You should play Terra Firma Greg. Thank you for the suggestion. I will check that one out. You would love Minecraft mod packs. Thank you. Which ones would you suggest to me? Just use mods. All of these opinions you stated are not shared by many, so I doubt Mojang will add them. Well, how do you know? Have you explored the opinions of all? Maybe many people keep these opinions to themselves, or you're just not hearing them. I'm curious. If Minecraft made it possible to turn dirt into diamonds by right-clicking on the dirt, would you just use mods to take that feature off? How about if most people loved it? I bet you would probably complain about the game and push for Mojang to fix it. But anyway, moving on to the next one. Thanks for commenting. You guys should play Better Than Wolves. I will look into this again. Thank you. And now, for the awesome turning point of this video. This dear commenter said, "Hey buddy, I don't necessarily agree with you in regards to Minecraft specifically, but it sounds like you kind of want something more with a more serious realism and survival vibe. There's this new game called Vintage Story. Do yourself a favor and go check it out. Every idea you've listed in this video is a current feature in the game, and it's very much similar to Minecraft. This other commenter said, you are arguing Minecraft should be more of a survival game. Beta 1.7.3 and earlier are more of an example of Minecraft being a building sandbox game with light survival elements, which is what older fans prefer. Modern Minecraft adds things without that much complexity. It provides wide variety without making things complicated. Modern Minecraft is something I tend to hate, believe it or not. That's why the survival elements are shallow compared to other survival games. It's supposed to be a building game with light survival elements. As other people have mentioned, Vintage Story is primarily a survival game, with building being the icing on the cake. Survival is the main focus. It's a very different way to design a game. Vanilla Minecraft will just never be that. If it means anything to you, I think some people are being a little harsh. A lot of them probably are children. You should really look at more survival, open world, sandbox games if you haven't already. You may find a new favorite. This commenter said, just play Vintage Story. Maybe you should try Vintage Story. You just described a Vintage Story. Hey man, just play Vintage Story. Please play Vintage Story. Ignoring the absolutely vile attitude some of the comments have, unfortunately, that nobody can have a proper discussion without being insulting, I do think that Vintage Story would be more your jam. I saw you in the Vintage Story forums, actually, I think. I hope you enjoy it and get more worth out of it than you have in Minecraft. I want to thank you guys so much for leading me to this game, Vintage Story. I think you all just played a huge part in shaping my channel. Based on the channel trailer and the community of the game, this game and community appears so in line with me that I will probably shift most of my energy from Minecraft to it. I do not intend to give up on Minecraft entirely, but Vintage Story seems to have my attention at a deep enough level to say that I'm making the shift. My heart is primarily in Vintage Story over Minecraft now. And yes, I'm still also doing my Pokemon Blue playthrough and any other games I want to play in the future for my subscribers. But yeah, alright, so I'm excited for what lies ahead. Thank you all, everyone that commented. Thank you all for your thoughts and for pushing the Minecraft community forward by these discussions. Alright, that's all.